All right, guys, this is Norval Central coming back at you with another YouTube video, and I really appreciate all the love and support so far that you've shown my outlook on my YouTube channel, my social media accounts, and everything like that. But let's go ahead and get straight into the video today. So I actually had a recent video that I talked about with Josiah Trader with his commitment to Miami. Do you think Florida State has a chance to be able to flip him in terms of that recruitment and everything? But just overall, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and discuss another topic of a prospect that could potentially, hopefully flip over to Florida State, but may not seem likely right now because he has just recently been doing this for a commitment for this school, and that's Jason Zandamela, a interior offensive lineman from Clearwater. He recently committed to USC over the summer, right before he was going to be officially visiting Florida State on June the 23rd. Unfortunately, Florida State was not able to get him back on campus for that official visit the next weekend when it was a loaded weekend. Seminoles basically loved Jason Zandamela and where he stood, especially with him being an interior offensive lineman that can play center. With looking at that, Maurice Smith was really the only center on the roster that can be able to effectively snap as of right now. Not saying there can be a candidate later on, and not saying that Quayshawn Sapp and some other guys as well can be able to step up in that role. But right now, I think Jason Zandamela was, one of those gets that you thought with a TT as well. From the California area, Derek Ray was working hard on him as well. Committed over to USC. Those two were kind of some misses by Alex Atkins. We got through here. But the good news is Jonathan Daniels, a 5-star, technically a 4-star now, offensive tackle from Pensacola. He actually committed to Florida State, as well as Ty Hilton, a 3-star offensive tackle from Oviedo. And this is a situation where I think Florida State is in a pretty good spot. I mean, they like both of the guys that they have committed in the class, but Zandamela would have been a nice piece to kind of put along with that. But the problem is this 24 recruiting cycle does not have a ton of elite offensive tackles or offensive guards, kind of a weak tackle class as a whole. And just kind of looking at everything that's going on there, I think Florida State's okay with what they have. Maybe they might go to the transfer portal for another guy. But just overall, I think their sights are set on the 25 class, where they've got a couple of prospects that are kind of looking there, like Zaire Addison as well. And I think that could be a guy that they can go to. Peyton Joseph is another guy that they're kind of looking at too. But just overall, I think the 25 class is going to be where they kind of make their money with this one. I think Alex Atkins understands that it's going to be a little bit smaller of a class, just like it was last cycle. I think they really know what they have in Lucas Simmons. I think Julian Armella can be your tackle as well for the future. There's just a lot of good pieces on this group, and you kind of have to have some of those interior offensive linemen gel together. But just overall, I think Florida State sits in a pretty good spot with their offensive line, specifically this season, because they have 17 scholarship offensive linemen. They're doing a very, very nice job with that. And like I said, I don't quite think this is over because you're looking at it. He came from out of the country, was a former rugby player, and first couple of years playing football at that point at Clearwater. His high school teammate was Lucas Simmons in terms of Zandamela is what I'm referring to. And then also with him kind of going across the country like that, I understand that he loved the USC visit and he committed right after, but that relationship that he's built with Atkins for quite some time may not be what he thought. So, we'll kind of have to see how it goes with everything there. But just overall, I mean, him being able to play effectively at the center position, started all of those games at Clearwater Academy. Hopefully, this can be a guy that Florida State can kind of outreach again, just kind of see where the feelings are with that recruitment. But just overall, I think this could be a guy that can be effective for Florida State if they were to aggressively obtain him as we go through there. Think it might be an easier adjustment for him if Zandamela was to stay in Florida, but we'll kind of have to see how it factors in. But I just think, Alex Atkins has got his plans ready. He's always got a plan A, plan B, plan C, and just kind of keeping that enthusiasm going, especially considering that he is one of the top assistant coaches in terms of just Power 5 jobs that are probably going to come open in the future. Hopefully we can keep him around for a little bit longer, but we'll definitely have to see how it goes. I know it will definitely be a group of 5 coach, but I just don't know, if a P5 head coaching job will come open for him, and that just may be what he's looking for as we go through here. But I really appreciate all the love and support so far on all my videos. Be sure to hit the like button today. Let's try to get it up to 75 likes if we can, because hitting the like button is completely free. Be sure to subscribe to the channel as well. I'm trying to put out as much daily content as I can about Florida State recruiting and Florida State team news as we get closer and closer to fall camp. I think it's going to be a very exciting time for Florida State as we continue to build off the momentum of our 10-3 season last year. I really appreciate it as always, and go Noles.